When you play against teams with intensity, it gets the best out of the players. Well, I got 92 in the first, 88 in the second. That 20 runs also costed a lot, Ash, I can tell you that. And, Srinath used to behave like Shah Rukh Khan in the bus. That song was very famous. Bazigero, Bazigero.
Yes,
He used to make fun of Venkatpati Raju and used to call him Sher. Sher aa gaya, Sher aa gaya. See, when there were top class spinners, so real good spinners who could spin the ball, and it's very important, to watch their release, So so when we look at Robin or Raman or some good players, how they play spin, it's always very important to pick them from the release. So I think which Raman and Robin did very well in my early days of my career. I saw them a lot.
Okay. So you've played so many shots in your career, right? Do you remember any one shot that you can never forget?
It was an under-19 test match where I played and I hit Dion Nash for 3-4. That was one pull shot, one square cut, and one extra cover drive.
Okay.
So all three. The square cut was not a short ball to a length ball, and pull was a short ball, and even the drive was was a good length ball.
On the rise.
All the three were, and those days the wickets were very true in Bangalore. Bangalore, Chinnaswamy the wickets used to go a lot.
Yeah.
Like Wankhede. Wankhede even had much more bounce, but even KSCA had a good bounce, like Chepauk. The previous Chepauk always had some good bounce, but Bangalore also had that. Bangalore will have a little bit movement with bounce.
Okay.
So I remember I played off that 3 shots of Dion Nash.
Okay. And catches that you've taken, any one catch that you can say you can never forget? Before that, which position did you field in usually?
I stood in gully.
Okay.
Gully and in covers, point, everywhere in the outfield.
Okay.
Catches, I took one catch of I think it was VRV Singh, Punjab.
Yeah.
We had to get a lead. There was 2 runs, 3 runs. So he lofted Ram Kumar, one left-arm spinner, in the long on. I was standing in long on, ran in and dived full stretch and I took that catch. Actually, that was an excellent catch, and we took the lead. So, so I was very happy for that. More than the catch, actually, people would have taken it one bounce. So I took a chance. I went for that. So
if you had missed, it would have gone for a 4.
4 or definite 4.
And so your face also, no?
It was in the front, full stretch. So it was an exceptional catch. So the selectors appreciated me and all of them. And I think,
This is a Ranji Trophy game, is it?
Ranji Trophy game.
Tamil Nadu, Punjab.
Punjab, yeah. I think UV also played. Harbhajan also played.
Okay. In Tamil Nadu or
in Chepauk?
In Chepauk, okay.
Chepauk. That was a catch which so you feel excited because you would have taken a lot of good catches, but you feel that you're part of a catch which is taken for winning cause, right?
Yeah.
So you have to relate your innings towards winning cause. I am very particular on that. So even if I get hundreds, people say you got X amount of hundreds. I say that if my 100 is useful for winning, that is more valuable. If 50 is valuable for winning, that is more important than your hundreds you score. So I value the performances is important. It should be useful for the team, not for not for yourself. That is very important.
True. You've seen so many cricketers, young cricketers and other cricketers that you've played with. Who would you rate as the most talented cricketer? I know there are different departments of the game, but if you had to rate one most talented cricketer you've seen who couldn't play for India, who would that be?
Oh, what a question, Ash.
Other than you, who you have played with. I mean, or forget India. You must have seen so many young cricketers in playing the first division league in Tamil Nadu and all that. Who you thought was an unbelievable talent who never made it. Is there anyone like that?
The one guy I always thought should have played more test matches for India was Wasim Jafar. He was a phenomenal player, Ash, I'm telling you.
Mm-hmm.
He was a phenomenal player. I don't know what happened, in BCCI or in Bombay, or I don't know to get into that, but he was a 50 test match player, period. He's got 2 double hundreds, I think. One against Pakistan, one again in West Indies, and I think one was against Pakistan in Calcutta, I think, if I'm right.
In Test cricket?
Test cricket. He's got 2 double hundreds. And poor chap had, I think, one or two bad innings in South Africa, where Dale Steyn, Sean Pollock, Alan Donald were in peak. So I think so. After that, he couldn't play. But I felt he was a phenomenal player.
What did he have in his game that made him a phenomenal player?
Balance, time, calmness. The calmness he brought into the table. His decision making. Imagine a guy who's a winner of Bombay team 10 times, Ranji Trophy, a winner of Vidarbha team 2 times. 12, 13 times somebody has, taken the Ranji Trophy out of BCCI very easily, and not played 50 matches is, I don't know, I don't want to get into the politics side, because but I always thought I have very, very, very high regards for him. The balance he has created, because even when he retired, he never cribbed about it. He never said anything that even he was dropped. He was very balanced. He was keeping a very low profile. Hats off to him. So anybody who has got his numbers would have played. You ask probably anybody, they will definitely raise a hand up and say, I would have had Wasim in my team. I would love to have Wasim in my team. And as an opener, the most toughest job in the world, he takes hands on, and he does it day in, day out for his team, club. He does it for IOC. He does it for Mumbai. He does it for Time Shield cricket. He does it for Duluth Trophy cricket. He has done it in Irani Trophy cricket. He has done it for Vidarbha. He's done it for India. Wherever he has played, as an opener, and it is tough, Ash, and you know that you watch so much of cricket. To be an opener is tough. You need guts, you need determination. See, Gavaskar is living legend because you know the reasons for that. So, it's tough. I can't put him because he didn't play that many matches in Rahul's bracket or Lakshman's bracket or Saurav's bracket or Tendulkar's bracket or something. But if you'd have played, I'm sure that you'd have been in that bracket.
So you have had a very long career in first-class cricket. What are the high points and low points of a career? If you have to name one high point of a career and one low point, you can go either way. You can start with low and then go to high, or you can go high to low. Doesn't matter.
High point is that I got picked for India A tour at SARC tournament in 96-97. I got man of the match against Bangladesh, and I was batting against Pakistan 40 odd in the finals along with Sairaj. It was my high point. We were declared joint winners in that SARC tournament. The only A-team tour I went.
Mhm.
Disappointment was the next A-team tour I was dropped.
Why?
No, I don't know. So, you know,
Mm.
I was not part of the A-team tour that went to Pakistan.
Mm.
I was there in that Bangladesh tour, which I did well.
Mm.
And I remember I got about 96, 97, I got about 1,000 runs in first class also. So,
Wow.
so got missed out, but it was high point. But disappointing thing was they probably didn't have a lot of A-team tours those days. Probably, some of us, with due respect for all the speakers before, like Jatin,
Mhm.
Amol, Mithun,
KP
uh,
Bhaskar. KP Bhaskar was the first one I spoke to.
KP Bhaskar, KP Bhaskar, all of us would have figured in some A-team tours. That would have been would have been an enjoyable experience rather than playing as opponents for a long time.
Yeah.
Playing together with these players also, it's a different thing, So
Yeah.
nowadays people get to play in IPL with all the
Mhm.
players around, In our
Mm.
time, it was not there. I would have been happy playing with Amol, Jatin, Mithun, Basi,
Mm.
all of us in the same team. you
Mm.
know, um, uh, that would have been different. Not
Mm.
only playing, if I have been in the reserve also, I could have got to learn a lot of things. And one
Mm.
more disappointment was that I've been part of 5 finals in Ranji Trophy.
Mm.
Uh, thought should have deserved to won one, but
Oh, really? Okay.
very unfortunate that we lost to these 3 good teams, that Mumbai, Delhi, and Karnataka.
Mhm.
Sometimes you have to accept that they were better than us. We
Mm.
competed well, but still, I'd have been happier if I'd have lifted the cup at least once, because I almost had all the trophies in my bag
Mhm.
except that.
Okay. Uh-huh.
Duluth Trophy, South Zone, we have won, and the rest of India also. I think I've been in the winning team. You have the
Irani.
you have the trophy, this, that, all these things. But winning Ranji Trophy was the biggest disappointment. I think the to get one disappointment was not playing for India. That is gone. At least I felt God could have given me that I should have lifted that Ranji Trophy. But
Mhm.
anyway, happy with it. But
Mhm.
you
Mhm.
have to face disappointments in life. But I always thought one of the things should have happened.
I agree. I guess to each their own, but I would give an arm and a leg, maybe 2 arms and 1 leg to wear your hat. So because you have had a fabulous career. I want to ask you, there are just 2 more questions, but I want to ask you, uh, see, IPL has come only now. It's been 12 years. If you had played the IPL, how would you have fit into that thing? Were you the kind of player who played T20 cricket? Would you have adjusted? What was your game like?
Uh, Definitely, to start with, I would have not got into the team, Ash, because
Hmm.
I was a crafter and a thing. But
Okay.
I would have learned to adapt for sure.
Okay.
But if you look at the first thing you asked me, whether I have gotten automatically, no.
Hmm.
No, I would have learned from the others. I think I could have learned a bit quicker, because I had
Hmm.
that thing of learning quickly from others. Because
Hmm.
that's how I've worked on my batting. Because when I learned my batting watching a lot of Rahul Dravid's videos and Steve Waugh's videos.
Yeah.
These two were my big inspiration when I was playing. I used to
Hmm.
imagine myself that I am batting in the middle, and in watching TV test matches, when both of them bat, I have to put myself there, and I used to think how they are
Hmm.
doing. So I used to do all these kind of things. But to start with in T20, I would have never figured in T20. Um, Definitely on the not definitely on the first 2 years.
Hmm.
Probably in the, as you say, the second auction would have come.
Mhm.
I would have certainly knocked on the door.
One
Okay.
thing, when you said you watched Rahul Dravid and Steve Waugh and put yourself in their place, it's very difficult because you're a left-hander. So when both right-handers, so when somebody is bowling to them and assuming they're playing a outswinger, them playing an off-spinner, how do you put yourself in their place and when they're batting? Because then you have to reverse the whole field setting, you have to reverse everything in your mind, you have to reverse the position of the ball. Or
That's a
did you play that ball as a left-hander would?
No, it's a very good question. They both are right-handers because what I learned from them was the mental aspect, the way they angle.
Okay.
In the sense, both were mentally tough. Say when they walked into bat, they had powerful eyes, good eye contact, and they had a very good defense. One had an outstanding defense, Rahul Dravid. And another had, he was an hardworking batsman. He had a very good survival instinct.
Yeah.
Steve Waugh had that. Even though he was not comfortable with a lot of deliveries, to angle that and get 10,000 runs under pressure, that requires a lot. That says a lot.
Yeah.
In both. So when I look at them bat, I used to visualize that the way they approach. So I brought in that kind of eye contact, and I was a bit verbal when I'm batting with bowlers. So I learned a few tricks how to mentally disintegrate the bowlers. So you get few points there, here and there, when you watch their videos. So the way they played. Whenever they get it, they never used to rub. They never used to rub, never used to swing. So all these qualities and how they survive the good balls, that's more important. And figure when you keep watching the videos, how they're able to survive the initial phase of the batting, good balls. Then you figure that out as a left-hander that these are the areas the ball is going to come, and you work on yourself in your nets, or you do it mentally. So that kind of preparation, it's very important. Visualization is very, very important, Ash, to become a very strong, mentally strong cricketer. So I used to visualize them like anything. So that is where I got into that kind of zone. So I watch their videos, and I prepare myself to get into kind of a zone to bat when I'm playing against any opponent. So you do that kind of a self-psychic, you can call it self-psychic, you can call it as visualization, you call some things that can egg you up. So when I see these guys there, because they bat for life.
Yeah.
When these two people bat, they bat for their life. You can't just like that knock them off.
Yeah.
So when you look at these two batters, I will also add Jack Callis there, but Sangakkara also. When you look at these four players, Sachin Tendulkar and Brian Lara are exceptional. You can't copy them. But whereas when you look at these modern day cricketers, all of them can have a look at these four players. This is just a small advice I am giving to all the viewers who are watching. Watch these kind of players like Rahul Dravid, Callis, Sangakkara, and Steve Waugh. They will benefit a lot. That
is my next question. And the final question, what is your advice to youngsters who want to follow in your footsteps?
Play the game hard. Play the game hard. It's an art sport. It's not an indoor sport. Play the game hard the right way and get respect from the opponent the way you play. That's more important. And always when you play, team comes first. Team comes first. It's a team sport.
Yeah.
So, you don't have fixation in your mind that you bat only this down, you bat only that down. No. If the captain asks you to go open, you open. If captain asks you to bat at number 8, you do. Your captain asks you to bat at number 5, you do. You do whatever the team requires. That is paramount. There is no compromise on that.
Mhm.
You know, when you know the team is more important than any individual,
Mhm.
and absolutely there should not be any fixation in anything. You know, you have to have an open book when you play the sport.
Mhm.
Be open. You know, you never know. Only when you try, you know.
Yeah.
So that's what I say. That when you try, you know. You would have been a terrific opener. Only when you try, you know. That is why Virendra Sehwag, I rate him very highly. He never batted opening at all in his life for Delhi, but they
Mhm.
made him opener. You never knew he's become the greatest opener.
Yeah.
So you never know what this game will teach you. So have an open mind, open book.
Mhm.
So when you have an open mind, so the acceptance level is more.
Mhm.
When you acceptance levels is more, you handle yourself well. And the abbreviation of fail is first attempt is learning. When you
Oh,
fail,
that's
when you
nice.
when
Mm.
you fail, you will succeed more.
Yeah.
So I have seen a lot of failures in my life. So the end result is you have seen in what little I have contributed. So when you fail, automatically the success will be more. You should be firm in certain things, but you should always mind should be an open book.
Okay.
It should not be a closed book.
Yeah.
Because if you want to survive at international level or any level, mind is your best friend. When you tap your mind in the correct way,
Mm.
it will give you it can make you an hero or it can make you a zero.
Mm.
So mind is your best friend. So use the mind in the correct way. That is my advice, Sash.
Thanks. This reminds me of a saying that I read and that I put in my 3 videos. I did 3 videos on mental health on Murli Karthik, Suresh Raina, and Narayan Karthikeyan, the Formula One racer. There was a phrase I put there: mind, a beautiful friend, a dangerous enemy. So this sums up exactly what you're saying. Thank you so much, Sharath, for your time, and it's been an absolute pleasure. I could carry on talking for another 4 hours. It's really really interesting. Couple of points you brought up have actually got us thinking. So it'll be a great help for any young kid who sees this, and I'm sure you will help them cross 1 or 2 barriers and start from point 3 instead of starting from scratch. That's really
The-
really nice.
Thank you, Ash. And I also like to thank Jats, Jatin. Because of Jatin,
Of course.
I got to
Yeah.
introduce to you.
100%.
And
Yeah. Yeah.
fabulous guy,
Yeah.
Jats.
He's a
And
legend.
yeah, it's a fabulous guy. Very fabulous guy.